It's the Bentley Investor Podcast.
Liam, have you got a memory chest?
Oh, yeah, like a, like your mum might make it up and it's got like, the lock of your first haircut or something like that and your,
Yeah.
it's like keepsakes from your life.
Yeah, you go through life and you have moments and things happen.
Might be like, a sock from when you're a baby or something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think as you're younger, you always know you've got it, but you never really think much about it. We have, it was my older sister Bianca, my older brother James, and then me. We all had big, like chests, or they were kind of like oversized briefcases. So this is why I bring it up, because my mum very recently brought up to me the memory chest, and she said, "When are you going to take it?" I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And she said, "Well, it's just sitting there."
It's for her, right? Like it's your parents' keepsakes of you.
I guess, but then when they sadly one day pass away, I will inherit that.
Yeah, it's a few years away though.
But I think Mum's getting it on the front foot.
just trying to clear out a little bit.
Well, she said to me, "When are you going to take it?" And I said, "Well, I had no plans on taking it, Mum."
Yeah.
So now there's this memory chest where Mum doesn't want it and I don't want it. I don't want it in my house. So it's just kind of sitting there.
I have it.
Hey?
I'll have the bed memory chest. I'll take that off your hands.
What do you want it for?
I don't know. We're very close. It'd be nice to have some sort of some mementos of my own.
Right, so you'll be
your formative years.
You'll be the new keeper of the bed memory box.
Yeah, I could have a jar of your baby teeth, or I don't know.
Right.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Would you? Because obviously, if you're the keeper of it, you have to continue to add memories.
Oh yeah. So perhaps if you was just sort of you got your headphones on at work, and then you just feel something, you think you hear a snip, and that's just me. Oh yeah. That's your hair. That's your mid-20s hair.
Yeah.
And I scribble that away in my little bag.
Knowing you seem like you should be the keeper of my memory box.
I would probably, I think I would be keeping up with the memories.
Yeah. All right, well, look, I'll get it off Mum's hands.
Seriously?
And you can be the new custodian.
Oh, sweet. Well, maybe could you get it today? I mean, you could present me the box.
And you go through it.
I could go through your special
like
memories.
A stock take.
Yeah.
Liam, yesterday I was talking about a problem I had at home because my mum wanted to get rid of my memory chest. Now, not throw it in the bin.
That's right.
But she wanted me to take it home. Now, I didn't want my memory chest. You know how everyone's got this little box at their home. It's filled with all the stuff from when you're born up until when you're about 18.
Yeah, baby hair, maybe some baby teeth. Little weird, but that is the case sometimes.
So Mum wanted to give it to me. I didn't want it, but then you out of nowhere said, "I'll have it."
Oh, I'd love to have the chest. Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, obviously we're very special friends, and I was thinking also I could keep the box rolling.
Yep.
So potentially I'll go to your house and I'll scoop up the nail clippings and that sort of stuff.
Drove all the way out to Mum and Dad's house yesterday. I have brought in my memory chest. Congratulations, you are now the new custodian of my memory box. It's like a briefcase.
Yeah, from 120 years ago.
Yeah, Mum likes antiques. That's an antique.
That is an antique. It's quite heavy. I don't know how much you get on Antiques Roadshow because you have ruined it with some Pokemon stickers on the front.
Yeah.
There we go. Just going to open up the chest now. Oh, wow. Okay.
So these are the photos from my first trip to the Gold Coast.
Probably no need to keep these.
Why would you not keep that?
That is you with a friend at Wet n Wild.
Yep.
Oh, the Superman Escape. What a great ride. Oh, geez. You were certainly splashing out in the photos that year. Your mid-semester report from 2009.
Wow.
Ben, it's really important to be organised with your homework and doing it in order to make good progress at school. Please try harder. Okay. Well, Mrs. Wiseman, pretty scathing words there from her.
Miss Wiseman was the one where if you were naughty in class, she'd make you run laps around the oval.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Gee whiz. Now we're talking a Year 7 jumper, I believe.
Oh, wow. Many messages on there. What have they written?
Yeah, okay. You're a legend. Good luck, Elaine. You kept in touch with her?
Don't know who that is.
Bit sad if she's listening right now. Hey, honey, good luck. I'ma miss you. Love heart, Sarah.
I think that was my first crush.
Good, your honey.
Very cool.
Ben's school project on the Bengal tiger.
So I don't know if you did that, but in Year 7 you had to do like a major report or assignment.
Right.
This was mine on the Bengal tiger.
Some people go for different headlines. They go
Yeah.
Times New Roman. You've gone for blood.
What's a tiger?
I went to the zoo the other day and saw 2 male tigers, and I was fascinated by the Bengal tiger. I'm worried about the species. Did you know?
So it wasn't.
Did you know that the Bengal tiger is being hunted and killed? Have you heard this? This report's just come through. We've got to do something about this now. We're going to save the Bengal tiger. Well, look, I could be going through this for days because there really is so much stuff in it. But thank you so much. I'll guard it with my life. I'll treasure this forever. And I mean, I think we all learned a bit about Ben today. I didn't really know how much work he did in the endangered species space, especially for Bengal tigers.
Just take good care of it.
Yeah, no worries at all. I will take care of it. I'll put it right next to my special box of memories.
Great.
Yeah.
At your mum's house?
Well, yeah. I mean, I got a smaller.
Your mum's can look after
I got a
it.
smaller place than mum and dad's, and she's like pretty good with guarding memories. I got a lot of my keepsakes at her house. I got pulled over. I wasn't actually driving though. I was in an Uber. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So and the cop sort of pulled us aside. This was late at night on Saturday. And gave the driver a bit of a spray. He was going 60 and a 50. I must admit, I was in the back. I didn't really notice. I didn't think he was driving like recklessly at all.
Yeah.
I was just I was pretty tired though. And he was basically champing the driver. So do you know what I mean by that? Like
Talking down to him.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So you're speeding, mate, right in front of us. Right in front of us. Show some respect, mate. Show some respect. Then he looked back and said, he saw us and said, "Are you an Uber driver, mate?" And the driver was like, really beaten down at this point. He was like, "Yeah, I'm an Uber driver." Yeah.
Obviously, I've got the Uber sticker on
Yeah,
my window.
obviously, yeah. I don't just exclusively have my passengers sitting there in the back seat. And he said, he's like, "Well, pull your head in, mate. Start acting like a professional, okay? If you're a professional, act like one. Now get out of here before I change my mind." So he was like rude, but then also nice because he didn't find him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Felt like he was sort of.
He's making a point.
He was intimidating him a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was also like, well, I mean, sweet, he got off. But I feel like if we weren't in the back seat and we weren't sort of like paying for the trip,
Yeah.
then maybe he would have got the fine. I feel like kind of technicality, sort of like didn't want to hold us up maybe. Why did you get let off? 13, 24, 10. I got let off for crying one time.
That's right.
That was the on-foot pursuit. They were having some like roadworks done and I was like sort of just coasting in off the Grove Way. I was sort of just coasting into the lights. Like I wasn't braking because there was so much room in front of me. So I was like rolling at about like 40.
Yep.
And it was like 20.
Yeah.
And then the cop, like RoboCop, like chased me from behind, like in like Terminator or something.
Yeah.
And then he pulled me over and said, like, "Mate, you're going to lose your license for this." Because I was like on my P2s and I was just crying. Like, I was like, in my head, I was like, I work so early. I'm going to have to walk to the bus at like 2 a.m. in the morning. My life's ruined.
I'm not built for this.
And then he was just like, "Oh, same deal. Just get out of here before I change my mind." Kelly, how'd you get let off? What happened?
I had a dog in the car and I said that my dog was getting put to sleep and I got really upset.
Come on. You can't. Come on. Come on, Kelly.
I was going to the dog park.
Yeah. So what did you get pulled over for? What was it, a routine? Like, obviously you did something wrong. What were you doing?
No, I was speeding. I was doing like 130 and 110 zones.
Yeah. The cop goes, "No worries, I'll save you some time. I'll put it down for you right now." Narelle, when did you get let off?
I got let off one day when I was coming home from work. I was speeding in and out of traffic. They said to me, "Well, why are you speeding?" And I said, "Oh, my sister's having a baby and I have to be there." But I didn't. I was running a bit late to have a date with my partner.
Don't you worry that on the off chance that they go, "We'll give you like an escort to the hospital"?
Yeah, police escort.
Well, yeah, I actually did think that as well, and I thought, oh, well, I used to live close to there, and I thought, well, yeah, why not? I could actually just go to emergency or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
They wouldn't follow you into the hospital, that's true.
No, we want to be here for the moment. Let's go in and get a photo and meet the mum. We get to open up the forbidden folder. Ben, this is where we keep all the ideas that have been poo-pooed in the past. In fact, they've been banned.
Yeah, whenever we bump into people on the street and we start talking about the radio show, Liam, this is always the thing people tend to remember.
Because it's the stuff that like you wouldn't hear a lot of other shows doing. Because I suppose there's a reason like you're not supposed to do it in the first place.
Yeah,
that's why.
But I think the way Liam and I look at it is we're all mature adults, except for the kids listening.
Yeah,
I like to think that together we're all turning our keys.
Yeah,
and we're saying yes. We would like to hear this.
We're not going to complain.
Yep.
We get it. It's the forbidden folder. I'm just going to have a little look what we got. Oh, geez, I like this one. 13, 24, 10. Do you have a sugar daddy?
Now, for my sake, Liam, and for I'm assuming a lot of people's sakes, can you explain that?
Well, not really. That's why I'd like to speak to someone who does have a sugar daddy. Also, I mean, if you are a sugar daddy, I'm pretty sure it's different to the other thing.
What's the other thing?
You know, the other thing. It's more like there's nothing physical involved. I think
that is a part of the deal.
You come to dinner with me, and I'll buy you this handbag.
Right.
I think that's how I understand it.
So if you're a sugar daddy,
Yeah.
what's the other one called? If you have a sugar daddy, what are you?
Sugar child. That
doesn't sound right at all.
Sound right at all. I would be interested to know.
Okay.
Maybe you're just the sugar. I'm just the sugar. 13 24 10. If you have a sugar daddy, give us a buzz if you are one. We'd also like to speak to you just to answer a few questions. Charlie has got in touch. First of all, what is it called if you have a sugar daddy?
You're a sugar baby.
Okay.
Sugar
'cause
baby.
We were trying to work that out. We said sugar child, and we said that doesn't sound good. But
Sugar
to
child.
be honest, sugar baby also doesn't sound great.
So-
but I suppose if you think it more like the group, the sugar babies.
Yeah. Obviously, you know, we can talk about this, Charlie. Let's not get too, like, you know, R-rated. Not that you would anyway, but, like, how do you find yourself a sugar daddy? Like, where'd you find yours?
So there's a website. There's a few different websites that you can use. The one that I used to use was called Seeking Arrangement.
Okay.
And you have to be very careful. You know, you're treading an interesting line with sugar baby and sugar daddy stuff because it's technically not sex work, so you have to be pretty careful about the language that you use when you're talking to these guys because if it comes across as getting paid for, you know, intimate relations, then the website will boot you.
So it's not at any point physical. It's purely
that's what I thought.
So, no, it is physical, but the website doesn't allow it to be physical. This is the interesting thing.
Okay.
So you meet people on this website and then you kind of duck off elsewhere to like WhatsApp and Kik and that kind of thing because you're not allowed to discuss kind of financial arrangements and meeting in person on the website.
Okay. And, I mean, if you don't mind us asking, Charlie, how much are you sort of pulling in from this sort of line of work?
So there's a couple of different ways that you can make money from sugaring. There's two models where you do an allowance where they pay you a certain amount per week and there's an expectation of, you know, what you'll do for that money.
Yeah.
Whereas I did pay per meet. So you'll meet them and, you know, you will be intimate with them. That's usually the understanding. Sometimes you do, you know, non-intimate meetings. And I would charge $300 per meet.
Yeah, right. See, I thought it was all like they would buy you like a car or a handbag or whatever you wanted. I thought that it was purely like that, but then you can also get an allowance from it, like an actual paying job.
Yeah, there's a couple of different ways to do it. You know, some of them do buy gifts. Some of them prefer that, you know, way of doing it. But because I, you know, was much more transactional about it, I preferred that pay per meet. It's a lot of emotional labour compared to other types of sex work.
For sure.
Yeah, well, thank you, Charlie, for joining us. We're going to hopefully have a chat with maybe some dead celebrities this morning. CATERINA, LIGATO, good morning to you.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Do you find that this is a very busy period of the year for you, Friday the 13th?
Look, every day is a busy period for me, truly. I think there's just so much more suspicions and like ghost stories.
So can mediums read minds as well?
No, look, it's not like that. When a person wants a reading, they're obviously wanting that guidance, so they're coming and they're open and receptive. But you can't interfere with someone else's privacy. You can't read their mind as such.
So, CATERINA, you can speak to dead people, though, is that right?
Yes, sometimes if they're willing to speak, yes.
Have you ever had some connections with notable names, you know, like in the celebrity world?
Yes, I remember when Princess Diana died, I saw her. She was very sad, mainly because she was leaving her boys. She was wearing a black dress with some pearls, beautiful pearls around her neck. And later I found out that that's actually what she was actually buried in, so I didn't know that at the time.
Spooky.
So I have had people like that pop in.
We're joined by CATERINA LIGATO. She's a medium. We thought we'd try and get in touch with some people in the spiritual world. I mean, pretty crazy, but reckon we could maybe strike up a connection with... I'm a big David Bowie guy. Do you think
I love David Bowie. Amazing man, very wise.
Can you ask him if he likes my tattoo? I've got a tattoo of him.
Has it got many colours on it?
It does. It does. It's
Yeah, I see a
colourful.
very colourful tattoo on it, and he's laughing, and he's like, I was always about colours.
Great.
He's laughing at your tattoo?
No, he's laughing. He likes it. He's laughing
He
at
loves
it.
it.
Do you know why,
Okay.
Katrina? Because it's actually on my toe, David Towie.
Oh, okay.
He probably finds that pretty
That's
funny.
probably why he's laughing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was, and as I see him in spirit, he is just coming through with brilliant blues and greens and violets. Like his
That's
energy is just so colourful.
That's just Liam's toes.
Rainbow star, yeah.
One more. This one might challenge you, but is there any chance maybe former PM Harold Holt is willing to chat?
Yeah, there was a great deal going on with this man. He decided to check out because he did love the ocean, and I feel at a soul level that was his kind of, what is he saying? It was like an opportunity for him to go home.
So we can confirm he's dead. I mean, because I'm like...
he's dead. He's
Okay,
on
because
the
the
other
jury was kind of still out on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people thought he got captured by a Russian submarine. So.
Yeah, no, he wanted out. I think that he was in stuff that was obviously he needed to escape.
Yeah.
So he's quite hesitant because there was a lot going on with him, but I feel it was his intention to die that day.
Well, I don't know about you, Liam, but I feel substantially spooked.
Feeling spooked. You can catch Katerina's podcast as well, The Australian Ghost Whisperer, wherever you get your podcasts from. Katerina, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It was a pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you so much.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.